think that's all it does. It just says in the pocket.
In the pocket.
Well, I got this one.
I got it. Snow's falling, but the groove is hot. Jingle bells, now we got a lot of rhythm, a soul in every beat. This ain't your grandma's Christmas tree. It's Christmas time in the pocket. Yeah, feel the funk let down your head. No silent night, we're loud and clear. It's Christmas time in the pocket. Yeah. Stock
Woo!
Yeah, I like
Welcome.
that. Nice. Is that another one you created?
Yeah, that was one of the outtakes.
That's kind of
So,
cute.
welcome to In the Pocket, everybody.
You're like
What
the
is this, our-
master of that. It's really something. Yes, welcome to In the Pocket. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Miss Dorothea.
Merry Christmas.
Close.
Merry Christmas, Jamie. Merry Christmas. Welcome to In the Pocket. We are here every Monday right here on InThePocketLive.com, 8 p.m. Eastern. Soon we will be multi-streaming. Soon. We have our fan favorites, our friends, Mr. Charlie, Mr. Songero, who are continuing to help on the IT side to get us multi-streaming. But first, I do want to mention that we have an incredible guest tonight. As always, all of our guests are incredible. The wonderful Mr. Eric Bice. We know him from TikTok, but he has an entire career spanning over 20 years in service of television, music, movies, and he's going to tell us all about it, and we're so excited to talk to him. But first, I want to know what you guys are doing this week. Jamie, let's start with you. What are you doing for Christmas this week?
Well, I'm going back to my hometown of Blue Springs, Missouri,
Oh,
where there's
okay.
tornadoes and cow tipping and all that good stuff.
Did you partake
So-
in cow tipping when you were a teenager?
I may or may not have. I plead the fifth on that one.
You don't want to
But, yeah.
incriminate yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Cows
don't do
might
it
come after
now.
me.
You're an adult now. You can't
course.
do it.
But yeah, I got family back there, so I'm gonna go hang out with the fam, do that whole thing.
Good. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Miss Dorothea, what are you doing this lovely week?
Well, we have family, of course, and so the smaller part of the family will be here on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then the day after, the son and wife with their two young children, like one's not even 2 yet, and one's 4, they're coming after Santa comes to their house.
Oh.
So they'll be at our house day after Christmas. So there'll be a lot of food. And so I have to
Nice.
really start preparing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That it'll be
You mean
fun.
preparing by like not eating and save up all your energy to eat? Yeah. Yeah. So like you
I wish it
fast
was
the
that
day
easy.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
What about
it
you,
makes sense.
Darren? What do you got going on?
We're gonna have a fantastic Christmas this year. So my son is still at that age where he like half believes, but he really wants to hold on. So he's leaning more on the believe side of Santa and the elf. So we're gonna chill here. We have some family coming over. I'm gonna make my famous cioppino, a San Francisco cioppino. I put the fennel and the peppers and everything in the. It's just the most amazing thing. We get fresh fish from the market, and we enjoy that with some beautiful garlic bread. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, we're just going to chill, open presents here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It'll be
Sounds
fun.
exciting.
It's supposed to be
Yes.
72 here on Christmas Day, which is
I know.
Nice.
I
So
think
crazy.
Jamie will have the coldest Christmas, actually, probably, right? So, in Missouri,
Yeah.
what's it going to be?
It'll probably be snowing. I mean,
Oh, really?
wherever that lands.
They're
I'm
they're
assuming.
they're saying 83 here, guys.
Oh my
83 where I
Wow.
live,
so
which is
it's something weird that's passing through because it'll be 72
Yeah.
here.
yeah. There's a warm front going that whole southern region, and
Yeah.
Oh, they just said
Jamie's gonna get
70s
the
in
worst
Kansas
of it.
City, so maybe it's not going to be so bad.
Yeah,
hey,
maybe
you know
not.
what? We're gonna have a warm Christmas then.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Good to hear, guys, that everyone's going to be with family, and we hope you out there are going to be with your family. Thank you again for making this a wonderful end of year for us, and we are very much excited for 2026. We have some really cool surprises in store for you here on In the Pocket. But tonight, man, we're going to have some fun, you two, and we always love it when you guys get behind the kit and start playing. Jaime, talk to us about what we're going to be featuring tonight here before we bring on our guest, Eric Bice, here a little bit later.
Well, Dorothy and I were talking about, some different grooves that she gets asked about a lot, and some fills that I like to play a lot, and we're just going to give you guys a kind of little breakdown of how these grooves and fills are done step by step, so you guys can do them yourself.
So are we talking like actual songs that we would know?
Well, some of them are in songs you would know.
Okay.
But more like just parts, like a certain groove or a certain fill.
Okay.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions.
I like where
how do you do that? What kind of, what are you playing in such and such a fill, in such and such a song, that kind of thing. So we thought we would answer some questions and show you what it is.
I love that. I speak for the audience when I say I love that idea, and I'm excited to see you guys do this. So who wants to initiate the activity here? Who wants to go first? Miss Dorothea. Okay, it's a unanimous. I also agree. It's Miss Dorothea first. Dorothea, show us then these fills that are in these grooves and how to actually do it.
Okay, so I'm going to show actual grooves where I think Jamie's going to do more of the fills. So every single day people ask about shuffles. And to me, there's several different shuffles, and they all are shuffles, but they all differ a little bit. So I picked out a few. So I picked out the Purdy Shuffle, and I picked out the Rosanna Porcaro Shuffle, which is really fun.
It's a good one.
And Fool in the Rain Shuffle. So we'll take turns. We'll do, I'll do one, he'll do one, I'll do one, he'll do one. So.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So I think you can see.
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Okay. So I'm just going to leave the mic on for a second, and just because a lot of people don't know what a shuffle is, but it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you think of that, it's just a right-handed triplet. Triplets are right, left, right, left, but played in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, if you only do a right-handed one, 1, 2, 3. 2 was on that left. It's going to be on that left again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that leaves that right hand playing that. And you're filling in with the 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But the 2 is soft. It's like a ghost note. And that's a shuffle right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's all. That's all a basic shuffle is. So then the variations come.
The 2 is on your left hand?
The 2 is going to be on your left hand. Always. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So right-handed triplet. And just over and over and over. It doesn't alternate to a left, right, left. It's right, left, right, again, right, left, right. That's all a shuffle is. Then you come back with a backbeat, and the shuffle determines what shuffle it is, where you're going to put the backbeat. Sometimes you're going to put it on the second, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's with the backbeat on a 2 and a 4. Most shuffles are. So the backbeat is on the third shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when I put that backbeat, I'm still doing the left hand 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the 2 still stays in there as a ghost note right after that backbeat. So when you strike the backbeat, can you see? I'll move my stick over a little bit. Whoops. So wherever that accent is, that ghost note follows it because it's still on 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you continue on unless there is a groove that you leave out the ghost note after the backbeat, but then add it again after you've already played the ghost note. So like Fool in the Rain. Let's see. Then you start opening your hats. So Fool in the Rain doesn't have a constant 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's so right after the backbeat, there is no 2, but it continues as you play the next group of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it determines what song you're playing, you know, what Bonham did for that Fool in the Rain. And your bass drum is a lot of the groove also. So hopefully that explained what a shuffle is, and then I'll show you some other shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. The right hand is shuffling. The left hand is filling in on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So just practicing
So they're just
that.
triplets.
They're just triplets, plain old triplets. Yep. Okay.
That's impressive. When you break it down that easily, though.
Yeah, it's
You know,
not
and I think
hard.
that, yeah, the shuffle. Everyone is so impressed by that shuffle when you do that. But when you really break it down, anybody can learn that.
Yes, yes.
It's
yes.
just practice.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, I
No.
mean your shuffle, you just got you're playing the 1 and the 3 on your hi hat, and then
Yep.
I always just thought of it like whenever there's a space, hit a ghost note, you know, and that's kind of how I learned how to play those ones. And
Yep.
I think the tricky part is just getting the bass drum coordination down while
It
you're
is.
doing that. Like,
Yeah.
you have to try all these different combinations until you're familiar enough where you can play, you know, fluently with
Because
that
the
groove.
Porcaro one that I'll show in a minute or so, it has more of a tricky bass drum part, but you're still shuffling throughout the whole thing, and the shuffle is faster than Fool in the Rain.
So then, do you recommend if somebody were to try that to practice exactly what you just did, would you put the bass on 1? Would
Yeah,
put the
you
kick on
always
1?
want it to start on the 1. Boom, tick, do da, do doom, tick, do da.
I would literally like go through the like I have a sheet that has like all the different patterns you can do for your bass drum, and so you get that ostinato down with your hands, and then you go through each one until you get it down.
Yeah.
And the next one
Yeah,
would be,
because
like,
there's so
4
many
on 4,
different
and then it'd be, like,
variations of bass drums.
upbeats and yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get all through, then you're able to pretty much do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you master it.
Whatever song comes up and you think, oh, this bass drum pattern will work perfect for this song.
Yeah.
That's how you get that ability to just improvise and be fluid with it. You know, you get every combination down, and then you're good.
Yep.
Wow. Shout out to Nope in the chat room, beginner drummer, extreme beginner, just bought his first drum set. Dorothea has plenty of content, both on YouTube as well as some subscription-based models. So go to her bio and you can see all of her educational resources, which I've used before I even met her. I was also a beginner drummer just a year ago, and Dorothea has quite the library of educational resources. So go to a lot of stuff, and it's helpful, and I'm still using it. I was just learning the molar, and I was watching your video from 3 years ago. Jaime, let's go the opposite direction, and you're going to show us the fills.
We're going to start out with the famous Motown fill, and this was Benny Benjamin. He played on a whole lot of the Motown records, and he had this famous fill that you guys have all heard in Motown records, and it's basically a 6-stroke roll with one more hit at the end, but it's, I'll just show you how to do it. You're going to hit the tom with your right hand, and then you're going to do a double with your left, a double with your right, both on the snare, and then a single and a single. So it's like...
Oh, that's nice.
I hear kind of an echo. I don't know.
Slightly.
No, it's
Okay,
not
so
bad.
anyway, so that's how you do it, and then when you speed it up.
So just a plain 6-stroke roll starting on your tom, and then the rest on the snare.
Yeah.
But show them how you come in, because you have to put a bass drum downbeat after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's usually on like and
you-
one. Boom, boom is back under the groove. Boom, boom. Yeah.
But a lot of songs back then.
Boom, boom.
Right. I was just going to say, a lot of Motown songs started with that.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
started the song with that leading into your groove.
yeah, or like My Girl, it's like all throughout the song, It's
Yep.
just that's the famous Motown fill. It's all over their music. And that was Benny Benjamin was the original drummer. Then they had 2 other guys that would come in kind of later on, but like all the stuff you heard by the Temptations and all those different artists, they pretty much had the same drummer recording on them. So there's that one, and then there's also a Tool. Well, this is kind of a groove, but if you guys have heard Eulogy by Tool, I know Darren has, there's this one part in there where he does this crazy polyrhythm groove. And it sounds like crazy complicated, and it's really not that complicated, but it's just a basic polyrhythm, and so I'm going to show you how you do that one. There's 2 parts of it. So one part, you're basically playing a 3 pattern on your hi-hat, so you're going to lift up your hi-hat on the every 3rd hit, so it's like... But you're also going to be playing a rhythm in 4/4, which is just... So now you take those and combine them, and so you're just going to take that same hi-hat rhythm you're playing and just open up your hi-hat every 3rd hit. And it sounds like this. And so it takes a little bit of coordination, but it's really not as complicated as it sounds. It's just he plays it really fast. He's like...
What count is the kick on?
The kick's in 4.
The kick's
So
in
it's-
4.
You're playing it in 4/4, and then the 3 is your hi-hat, so it's like a 4/3 polyrhythm.
Yeah.
I'm so lost, Dorothea.
And when I was doing, what did I just do? Fool in the Rain? When
Fool
it
in the
goes
Rain, yeah.
when it goes into that 3 on the ride, and you're still doing. People were asking me if it was a polyrhythm, and I'm like, I think I wasn't really even sure. And you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's the 4/3 too.
Is it?
Because you're
Yeah, that's 4/3 because this was the groove.
1, 2,
And then
3,
it
1,
went
2,
into
3. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Same
So
thing.
that takes a little getting used to as well.
That's not an easy song to play. I've watched that song be broken down piece by piece. I tried it above my pay grade at the moment, but I saw a 16-year-old play that at my showcase just the other day, and I was blown away. It was really impressive. And there's some really cool fills in that, too.
Yeah.
That all over the toms. And
And there's some like drags in there. Where you're throwing a little drag in there instead of just all singles, which I thought was really cool too and fun.
Yeah. Mika Hutton, we are talking, Dorothea was just showcasing Fool in the Rain by Led Zeppelin, and then Jaime had just showed us both the Motown 6-stroke roll and then also from Tool's Eulogy, a 4/3 polyrhythm. So really impressive, guys. Any more to showcase? Or
Yeah.
are we, there's, no?
Yeah, I was going to show the
We have one more?
Porcaro,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Porcaro.
Because this is a lot of fun. Our guests, so our chat is really liking this, Dorothea.
Are they? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they really ask about it all the time on my just regular DMs. So
I believe
the
it.
bass drum groove is as you are playing. And it has to be fast. Rosanna, Rosanna. So you really have to work that up fast, and that's when your molar can come into play too. So that you're not doing too stiff wrist. You want and that's the only way that you can really play that song and get through the whole song, because the song is kind of loud, long.
Yeah.
And so you're playing that the whole time. So that right hand has to be warmed up and, loose.
Africa's the same way.
So you're just playing the same. Yeah, yeah. So you're just playing the same. You're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're playing the backbeat. And you have to put that bass drum on that last 4 backbeat. So that's
And
a
doing
lot.
that without
a lot of fun
flamming
too.
without flamming your snare and your kick drum is very difficult.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, coming down. You want it to be at the exact same time, not like a flam. You want it to come down exactly together. So that takes some time to work on as well. So I don't
Very
know if
good
there's
job.
any questions on that, but it's just still the shuffle, basic shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and put your backbeat wherever it is. If it's on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or in 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're still doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's easier than you think.
Skinny George commented to you, Dorothea, that practicing doubles will also help. I think, in addition to the molar, it will help.
It will.
What
It
I
will.
find fascinating is that you can play that song just in any speed that you played it, and you could tell what song it is.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah,
the
because of that
mastery,
groove.
not
Boom,
only of
boom, boom,
Right.
boom, 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 boom. Yep.
Yeah, that's Porcaro's signature groove right there.
Yep.
it really is something. How
And
how
heaven
mastery
forbid
that
you
is.
forget to put that bass drum on the fourth one because, oh my God, the critics. And so I forgot a couple of them. Oh my goodness.
Who's going to be the biggest critic? Will it be the singer or the guitarist, Jamie?
Oh, probably the singer.
It's always the singer. There was a question from Dark Tranquility 17. Thank you for being in the chat. I can't say that. Dark Tranquility 17. Jamie, explain what an odd time signature is. You're the best probably to explain this.
Okay, so your time signature is going to be like a fraction. You got like 4/4. That's your basic, back beat for, and that what that stands for is you got 4 beats, and the beats are quarter notes, and so that's one measure. And so for an odd time signature, it could be 3/4, it could be 5/4, it could be 7/4. You just have an odd number because that's how many beats it is, and those would be quarter notes. So, like a 7/4 would be like 7 quarter notes, but you'd probably do like a 3/4 and a 4/4 instead if that was the case. But like you'll see stuff that's like 5/4, and then they got 7/8, which is just 7/8 notes. So it's just an odd number of beats in the measure.
For any great example, just listen to Tool. Any song of theirs is an odd time
Soundgarden's
signature.
a good one too.
They're not going to be in 4/4.
Right. We had another question. It already scrolled through. I don't remember the name, but they said, what song were we referring to that Dorothea was playing? That would have been Rosanna.
Just
from
then,
the
yes,
great
Rosanna.
Toto.
Yeah.
Yes. This was wonderful, guys. Jamie, do you have one more? Sorry, I don't know if you have one more.
Yeah, we got one more. So
Let's do it.
there's a fill that is used all the time in rock music. It's in Smashing Pumpkins. They use it in all sorts of music, and it's really easy. And you guys have probably heard it a million times, but it's the. And so, and you can use it in a bunch of different ways. But you're basically just hitting your right hand on your snare, left hand on your high tom, and you sweep over to hit your floor tom with your right hand, and then your kick drum. So. And so, like, sometimes I'll put like a flam before it. So, like, if you're listening, like, "Bullet with Butterfly Wings" by Smashing Pumpkins, I'll show you. Despite all my rage, I am still just a renegade.
I never
cool.
knew
you
that's
could-
what they did.
Or you can just end like a phrase with it. You'd be like. You hear it a lot in a lot of rock songs, especially.
And it's not hard.
it's so
You just
simple.
have to.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
it's very simple,
Right.
but you might have not thought of it. Adding into your bass into your hands.
Yeah, you're basically just doing 1, 2, 3, and then kick drum.
Yeah,
Once you get that down, it's like.
Yeah, and really just to practice that is as simple as just going slow, guys. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And then as you
Gets it
progress,
in your
you'll
muscle
start getting
memory.
faster and faster.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was wonderful. Thank you guys for sharing both of those. I know, Dorothea, everybody just loses their minds when they see you do any shuffle, let alone a Porcaro shuffle. But, they just I don't know what happens to them. They scream like they're at a Beatles concert. So I have now proclaimed you to be a Beatle.
Okay, good.
You're welcome.
They call me Paul McCartney every day.
Why?
Oh, I thought it was Paul McCartney at first. No, it's not. It's me.
Oh, good Lord. They're just being silly.
Paul McCartney doesn't have these glasses. So quit calling me Paul McCartney.
Or that cool sweater.
You're much prettier than Paul McCartney. I mean, come on. It's crazy.
Every
All right,
day.
before we bring our guest in to wrap up the show here. We just want to make a couple of announcements. So no show next week. Is that right, guys?
Right.
Nope.
So we're going to take
Happy
a rare
holidays.
Monday off. Yeah, we're going to take that rest after the holiday. We'll be back for the following Monday. What was the other thing I had? I forget. I don't know. I had something else that I was going to announce. But nonetheless, YouTube. Jamie, I don't know what I was thinking. YouTube. What about our YouTube channel? Talk about it.
Yeah, well, we've got the YouTube channel up with all the episodes. So if you guys have missed any episodes or want to rewatch anything, we've got the full episodes on YouTube. We also have inthepocketlive.com, which is up and has highlights and links and all that good stuff to all of our different social media pages. Please make sure you guys go and follow us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and all these sites. It'll help us be able to broadcast live on those accounts as well. So, yeah, that's about it.
Good job. I was hoping you would fill enough time to see Eric on here, but I still don't see him on here. So, Eric, if you're watching, jump on into the show. Get in that chat. We'll bring you up. But well done, Jamie. I love the YouTube channel. Guys, we usually get the full show up the following day. But I love this one I'm really going to go back to. Like the last week, I went back to go see Pepe. Pepe was phenomenal to listen to and to hear those stories. This one, I'm going to go check out Dorothea doing that shuffle because I'm going to practice that, Dorothea. I know I'm knee deep in my molar technique, but I'm going to look for that one. There he is, Eric.
What's up, Eric?
Oh,
hey,
my
how's
goodness. Look at you. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to In the Pocket, a friend of ours, not only from TikTok, but, outside of social media. We've known Eric for years. Eric is a touring drummer. He's a performer. He's a producer. You're a composer. There's nothing you don't do, Eric. What can you cook?
Sorta.
Sort of. Okay, so that may be one thing we found that you can't do.
Yeah.
It's really fast. What a career you have had.
Thank you.
Eric, first of all, so if you don't know, Eric is also in our circle of friends here on TikTok. If you have not done so already, please hit that plus button right next to his name. The content is absolute fire. I encourage you to go see that. Eric, how you doing, buddy? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. I'm good. I've been busy. Just got home from a short little run in Asheville, North Carolina, and then got home, and I have a 10-year-old, so he keeps me on my toes.
Man. He's not listening, is he? Because I'd love to know what you got him for Christmas, because I'm struggling. I still don't know what to get him.
A gaming computer.
Okay, like one of those PS5s or something?
Nice.
No, he's got a PS5. He wanted like a desktop with the lights.
Oh, yeah. You
Nice.
know what I used to sell? Remember that Alien computer?
That's
back
what
in
I
the
got
early 2000s? Remember
Alienware.
Yeah, so they're still around.
Yeah, I think they're owned by Dell, but it's great for gaming, I guess. I'm not a PC
Yeah.
guy, so.
Yeah. Everyone's dying to know what kind of shampoo you use. I know I am. Even though I don't use shampoo, I just want to live vicariously through you.
Man, I can't even remember what it's called. I go to the salon a lot.
You've got to, man. Look at those beautiful locks.
Thanks.
So you've had such an extensive career. Like you've maintained as a working drummer pretty much your whole life. I want to kind of start back when you were younger and you started getting endorsements and stuff at an early age. Tell us about when you first started realizing that this was going to be your career.
Yeah, so all through like middle school and high school, beginning of high school, I was actually a saxophone player. And I still do some saxophone sessions here and there. But once ninth grade came around and I was doing marching band, I was like, man, nobody can hear me. I want to be heard. And my dad was in a country band that toured or around regional in Michigan and stuff. So we always had drums in the house. That's where everybody practiced. So I always tinkered with them. But then around 10th grade, I did the marching band stuff. And I saw a ad for musicians auditions for Disney World. So I told my dad I'm going to audition. And he's like, okay, cool. And I was like, I'm going to do drums. And he's like, what? I'm like, I need to go buy a drum set now. So I did, and I made it. So that was my first job at 15 years old.
You had drumming in your veins.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I learned a lot doing marching band though.
Yes, you do.
Drums
You
and
really do.
yeah, I did a snare drum. Me and my best friend, he actually taught me a lot, and then I took a few lessons. But me and him were like the top snare drums. So when I was 17, I was like, I earned a full scholarship to UCLA, but I just used it to move to LA. And my whole goal was to get in a band. I just wanted to get in a band, try to tour and try to do it. And I did a few session works and stuff like that, but within 4 months, I got with a band that got a record deal pretty quickly. So I dropped out of college. So
And what band was that?
what's that?
What band was that?
That was a band called Artificial Joy. And then we recorded some stuff, but then the Universal deal fell through after like we were pretty much done. So I just started going out with different bands all the time, whoever I could play with, doing session work in LA. And then I started I got endorsements beginning at Disney World. My first endorsement was Yamaha drums.
Talk about Disney though. So you said you auditioned for Disney. You wanted to get a job. What is that job actually for Disney World?
So I was playing with all the pop bands that would come through, and we were a pop band in Disney World, and then they had it was like the night what do they call it? It was like all the nightclubs. I forget what they call it in Disney Village.
Oh, was that when they had like Pleasure Island?
Yeah,
It was
Pleasure
called.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did all that.
You played in those clubs?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, we had a dedicated band, and so I would just do that on weekends, and you know, leave school Thursday night and do it all weekend. Come back to school Monday. So.
Now, Dorothea, if you don't know, at Pleasure Island, every day was New Year's Eve,
Oh,
right,
really?
Eric?
Yep.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
a
cool.
countdown every.
It was a celebration every night. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. How many times did you have to play Prince in 1999?
Oh, a lot. But it put me in that realm of learning so many different tunes.
Yeah.
And I got to play with some good people that came through for like grad nights and stuff like that. So,
So, which came first? Did you start going on tour as a session drummer and touring drummer, or did you start working TV and film before that?
TV and film has been in the last 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it was,
what particularly have you done?
Did a lot of stuff so I've been in a few different production groups that we did Scooby-Doo. We did some stuff for MTV. It's like background music and stuff like that. We have a few libraries that we get picked up by like NBC, the History Channel, A&E, all that stuff.
Now, are you writing all the music or just the drum parts?
I compose drums, some keys, a little bit of guitar stuff here and there. There's three of us that are a team, but we're spread. One's in England, one's in New York, and I'm here in Florida.
Oh, gosh.
Very cool.
That's solid work, though, right? I mean, for
Yeah.
a working drummer, that's like bread and butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good mailbox money, especially for later on in life.
Why do you call it mailbox money?
It's just checks that just come because of reruns and
royalties.
Oh, yeah.
royalties.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
the way to go, man. I love that. So you're in LA. You don't go to UCLA. The record deal falls through. What happens next? Where do you go from there?
So I just get picked up by different people to, hit on their tour, play on their album, play on whoever. I knew a bunch of producers that I would get calls from. And I did that for quite a few years. And then I moved back to Florida in the early 2000s and then put a band together pretty quickly. And then we started doing a bunch of dates all around Florida. And we started doing the circle, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, stuff like that.
What was that band?
A band called Suburban Tragedy.
Okay. Okay.
We were on Sponge Bath Records out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay.
And yeah, it went for quite a few years. And then we took a small break, and I was doing different tours. I did Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. I got called for Saliva to fill in.
So how does that
Did a
happen?
bunch of
How does
pop groups in Florida.
How does that happen? How do you get the Saliva gig?
Just friends. People know each other from tours, and it's just like, hey,
You have
you
your
know, this
name in
guy
a
will
pot.
work.
You
Yeah.
have that pot, and they just
Yeah.
pull it out.
Yeah.
Did you have to audition for them, or did they knew you?
They knew me, and I never played with them. And then I got called. I got called to do Sturgis Bike Festival,
Oh,
and I never, I knew the actual drummer that played for them, and then he needed me to fill in. And I didn't know the other guys too well, but they call me, and I show up, and I was like, all right, what are we doing? They were sleeping. We never sound checked, and I just played the show that night. And then,
So,
It-
do, so do you know their music already? Do you have to learn it on the spot?
I kind of learned it just by listening, and then I knew some of their stuff from radio or whatever like that. And then I would take, they sent me a set list, and then I would listen to it on the plane or whatever.
Wow. Now, Jamie, Eric and I think that we crossed paths and we actually met each other
Yes.
in the early 2000s in Orlando.
Birthday.
At Earth Day Birthday, I used to work for a radio station called WJRR 101.1 FM, and we had a concert yearly called Earth Day Birthday, and Saliva was always a featured guest to play. And Eric, you would have been playing with them at that time.
Yep.
So we would have definitely shook hands and interviewed y'all, and
Yep.
which is pretty, what a small world that really is,
It
man.
is a small world.
25, 30 years later. Man, that's
Yep.
awesome.
So then after that gig, what happened next?
So like when Suburban Tragedy took a break, I went out with another band. I was filling in for a lot of different groups on the road, and then I come home. I wasn't really playing locally. I played one group. I played locally for a little while, just because I needed to stay home. I had a child and stuff, so I stayed home for a small little bit, and then I started just man, I was playing so much I can't even remember everything. Yes,
Well, you
What's
still
that?
do, man.
yeah,
time-
I still do. I get calls, and then I
Constantly out.
I get a lot of different calls for different groups, and it's all different. A lot of rock, but
And at some
I
point
did
you
some pop
started-
stuff for a while.
At some point, you started a guitar pedal company and a record
Yeah.
label.
Wow.
So, rewind. Right before that, I was in a band called Throwing Gravity that was on Universal Records, and we got dropped from that again. But we were touring, and when that was kind of fizzling out, we toured with a band that the singer was great, and then me and my bass player started another band called Story Magnetic, and we were doing our demos and everything. We got a production deal in place with a pretty big company ready to go. Then the pandemic hit, and so everything kind of waited. It was on hold because we didn't know what was going to happen in the pandemic. So the whole music business stopped, and I had to figure out what to do. I was just sitting around. TV even stopped because no one was filming. So I'd always tinkered with. I own a studio here in my house that I do the television music for. So I started building a couple of guitar pedals, and all my friends that rock stars, musicians, guitar players, they got them in their hands, and it just took off. So
Wow.
4 years later, it's doing really well.
You guys are in like Guitar Center and stuff now, right?
Yes, Guitar Center Musicians Friend just picked us up. We're in a lot, like 60 different stores in America. We're in Europe. We're in Australia. We're in Japan.
Oh,
And
And
say
what's
the name again.
company called?
What
Yeah.
is
It's called Interstellar Audio Machines. And my bass player from Story Magnetic and Throwing Gravity, he's my partner that does all the marketing and stuff like that. So
Very
Beautiful.
cool. And you also started a record label as well.
yes, I started a record label. So on my off times, about once a month, I go out with a band called Widespread Panic, and I do live recording, drums, and like
Oh my
everything. I
gosh,
don't
that's
play
my
drums.
son's favorite band, Widespread.
Oh wow, yeah, I don't play in that band, but I
Okay.
do the live recordings and stuff. And
Oh my gosh.
our front of house guy went to Jack White. He was doing front of house for Jack White, and we started this label. I think 2019, and it's a 501c3 nonprofit label, and it's doing really well. We've got about 60 artists on it so far.
It's a very unique setup you guys have. So tell us a little bit about how you fund the records that you guys are doing.
Yeah, so I mean, we get sponsorships through grants, local people that are into the arts, or Wild Turkey Whiskey had pitched in. We have Matthew McConaughey, people like that. They've been on the board, and they do presentations through Wild Turkey, and so we present each band with, they call them like scholarships that we give, not record deals, and we help pay for their vinyls, and we help get them out there. We don't take any money from them, so all their streaming money, all their sales on merch and stuff like that, we're distributed through Universal Records. It's a cool community. A lot of Austin bands though, but it's great.
Such a cool way to give back to the music community.
Yeah, we've
very
we've all been treated, by the record industry like kind of crappy sometimes. So
Yeah. I was going to ask about that though, Eric. It's like it sounds like you've been with a couple of bands that have been signed and then
Yeah.
it falls apart.
Yep.
What is the emotion like? How would you describe the emotion of getting signed? And then do you truly believe that it's going to work out, or is it just going through the motions?
the first few times it's like we've conquered that mountain of getting signed, and everybody's excited, and it tears people's lives apart sometimes. Like the band in Throwing Gravity, we still toured after we were dropped. The singer, it was just like, he was like, I'm done. I can't do this, It's like he got his heart and soul taken away. So it's disheartening to see a lot, and then there's other guys that they'll keep going whether they're broke or not, and it's sad sometimes, but there's our positive options that happen with record deals still.
How so? What comes? So something that comes out of it?
It can branch off into different. Obviously, I wouldn't met the people that I've met and been able to tour with later on without going through that. I wouldn't have met some of those people in my life if I wouldn't have been out there.
Yeah. There really was an amazing documentary that Jared Leto put together. Did you happen to watch this? It was a documentary about the music industry. Dorothea, if you haven't watched this, Jamie, it is
I
really
haven't seen it.
spectacular.
Yeah.
How
That's why we lost our record deal, was because of 30 Seconds to Mars. They were being sued by the label for $30 million.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
So
They let everybody that was new gone, even though we just recorded an album and stuff like that.
So you got dragged into that whole mess.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep. But that is a good documentary. It's great. I think it was on Netflix, right?
But was I don't know, but did 30 Seconds to Mars did they do the right thing? Were their hearts in the right places for what they wanted to achieve?
They were. But in the end, they had to kind of live out their contract, and I don't know exactly what happened in between all that, but they obviously went back to the label and worked it out. But yeah, they were being sued for $30 million.
Wow.
Well, they wrote an album throughout that course,
Yep.
and you can really hear the tension in their songs. You know, it brings to mind what Lars did with Napster. I mean, artists have to take a stand in some cases where
Yep.
if they're being taken advantage of.
Yep.
And not so much your record label, but back then, the record label was a necessity. But like you said, they really weren't on the artist's side
No.
of things.
No. Some of them treat it like, you can't treat it like a Home Depot. It's so different, and you're dealing with individual lives, you know.
Yeah,
So-
it's unfortunate, but it's a very cutthroat industry.
Yep.
Well, you
And
experienced it too, right, Jamie?
Well, yeah, we were on MCA and we lost our deal because of Napster and that whole thing. So that was what happened with us too.
Yep.
You think you make it, you get to that point where you get the record deal, you know, but that's just the beginning.
That's
You know?
just the beginning.
But a lot of good things can still come of it, you know, whether or not you become a multi-platinum artist or not. You know, you like you said, you make the connections, you
Yep.
grow as an artist, and then you keep moving forward.
Yep.
Well, look, I have a good friend who was a guitarist in a metal band that had opened and did the tour with Pantera, and it all fell apart as Pantera had broken up. But he had said to me multiple times, if he had continued on that path, he'd be dead, just
Yeah.
because of all the negative things that come along with being in a heavy metal band and touring. The influences were too much for him, and he wasn't mature enough to say no.
Yeah.
And he strongly believes that he's here right now with his family because it fell apart.
Yep.
You know,
I have
and
tons
know
of friends that went through the same thing.
Well, Saliva was known to have some stories out there, Eric. You know,
Yeah. And so the Saliva that's around today, nobody from the original band is in it.
right?
Josie is out doing his own thing, but he quit 12 years ago. And if he wouldn't have quit, he probably wouldn't be here today. So he's doing really well now. So.
Yeah.
So I wanted to also take a minute and go over your setup because your drums
Yeah.
sound freaking amazing. And
Oh, thank you.
Everybody wants to hear them and
everyone's-
hear what they are and everything.
So, about 2024, I met the guys from Sonar, and I had a custom kit made. It's all beechwood. I use a 7x8, a 7x10, and an 8x12 toms. And I don't use them to make a bunch of fills. I use them for different voices, basically. I have a 13x14 inch tom and a 15x16 inch floor tom. I'm using a 16x22 inch kick drum, and the snare drum I have on here today is a 14 inch by 5.5, I think it is, and it's brass, nickel over brass,
Nice.
and yeah, it's all Sonar. I use all Zildjian cymbals and Evans drum heads, and Vickfors drumsticks.
What
Which-
size do you use?
They're called X55A,
Okay.
and they're a little longer than a
Longer.
5A. Yeah, and they have a little more thickness, but that band Story Magnetic, these are my, I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh, yeah.
Signature sticks.
yeah.
That's cool.
But so I have a whole bunch of these. I have cases of these that sat. Oh, because Story Magnetic, I didn't finish that. During the pandemic, the first month in, our singer passed away. So
Oh,
yeah, 34 years old. But
Oh.
yeah, so we kind of put that to kibosh. Me and Sam are talking. My bass player, we're starting to re-record some of the music and possibly do maybe a TikTok search for a singer. So
Hey,
Maybe
heard
bring
of the
folks.
journey?
true.
yeah, Ardell,
Yeah.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
found
he was
on
found.
social media.
YouTube.
Oh, was he?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
Sean
then
found him.
Justin Bieber was found on YouTube,
Yeah.
Wow.
which is wild.
Yeah.
Well, you hear it, folks.
Yeah,
You can
Eric,
sing.
you
Hit
had
'em up.
talked about recording in your studio. what kind of recording gear are you using, especially if you're doing something for a major network? How are
Yeah.
you recording that so well?
So on the other side of the phone, I have just mic preamps and an interface with a Mac Pro computer, and so I have 32 channels of mic pre's I can use, and I'm only using 13 on the drum kit. So I record drums in here. If I do any guitars or keyboards, everything else is in another room, and I have a whole production setup where I'd mix and master and do everything in there.
What software do you
But
use?
I use Logic. I used to use Pro Tools,
Really?
but with the subscription and everything, I was like, and
And you-
everybody's out there using Logic that I'm working with anyway, so I was like, whatever.
Do you play guitar too?
I can write. I'm not going out there on stage anytime soon.
Yeah. So we want to hear your kit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play us a little something.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
Guys, it's In the Pocket every Monday night, 8 p.m. We are joined by Eric Bice, the wonderful Eric Bice. Please follow him. Hit that plus button. That's pretty.
Nice.
That is pretty.
Yeah. They
Thank
sound they sound so good. What Evans heads are those?
I have Evans G2 on top and Evans G1 on bottom.
Okay. G2 clear.
G2 clear, yes, sorry.
Yeah,
And
those drums
then-
sound great.
The snare drum, I haven't changed the factory head from the Sonar, but I usually use a G2 on top
Yes.
because the G1 sound great, but then sound guys want you to mute it so much.
Yes.
for-
Yeah. I have the
so
UV
I
one
went
on
to
this
G2.
one.
Yep. I don't really muffle anything. I have this little tandem pad, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, everything's pretty wide open.
What's
Well,
your,
the
tuning
Sonar is so
strategy?
nice that you don't really need a
Yeah.
lot of muffling. They just sound
Yeah.
amazing. I love
Yeah.
Benny Gribb, and he plays Sonar.
Yeah, I love this kit. I have a bunch of Yamaha kits, but I've switched to this. I love them. They're great. Tuning wise, I don't know. I try to get the lowest tone out of each drum. So like the 8, it's not like this high pitched thing. The bottom heads, I finger tight, and then I just go one more tight so it doesn't loosen.
Mhm.
But yeah, I try to.
Sounds so good.
Sounds so good. And
What do you have on the kick? EMAD?
Wow.
Yes, EMAD.
They're the best.
Yeah, it's just I've used so many over the years. It's just what works on tour, and then in my studio and in any studio I go to, it just works.
Yep. I just
Shout
got
out
one
to
in.
Insane Drummer. Sorry, Dorothea, go
I
ahead.
just got one in today because this DW kit doesn't have the EMAD, the clear EMAD,
Oh,
and it doesn't sound as good. And so I got it in the mail today, so I haven't tried to put it on
Nice.
yet.
nice.
I know it'll sound better.
Yeah.
Killer. Shout out to Insane Drummer 89 as well as Songero. Eric, they said your kit is sounding perfect.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Unbelievable. So for those that haven't been on your channel, what can they expect? What are some of the content you put out there? Do we go live? Tell people why they should follow you.
Well, I was a few months back. Jaime talked to me. I started a channel. Actually, I started in 2020, but I gave it up because I was doing the pedals. And then, so I started just going live in between touring. I haven't been great at being consistent because I tour a lot, and then I live in an HOA, so I can't play late at night.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, Eric's
yeah,
on the golf course.
Yep, I'm on a golf course,
yeah, yeah.
but
What's the cutoff time? Is it 8 p.m.?
it's supposed to be 9, but I've gone a little past then.
Yeah.
I think I've got one letter.
You get golf balls winged at your back door.
Not yet, but yeah.
Play it as
I
it lies, right on top of the snare.
yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
But yeah, it's I'm just doing covers. I just kind of pick out songs that I've heard or known, um, and just kind of some of them I'm just winging it on feel and stuff like that because I don't play a lot of covers, obviously on the road.
Yeah.
yeah.
Eventually, Jamie, I don't know. You've almost started like a religion with SAA. You have so many people that have joined only because of you. So I think, we should find a valley or a field and just get everybody in the SAA family together with their drum kits and just have one big drum festival.
Yeah, we're actually working on something in Las Vegas. So soon enough. Stay tuned.
That would
I'm
be
in.
great.
Las Vegas, I'm in. Don't tell my wife though, Dorothea. Keep it a secret, okay? I'll tell her we're going to like Napa, right?
Yeah. It's one
Yeah,
country.
just like The Hangover. No, I'll be on my best behavior. I'm a father. My goodness. Eric, I agree with you though. Jamie has really brought a lot of people to the platform, but for good reason. There's
Yeah.
so much talent out there, and who would have known? And I think it does. Has TikTok led to more work for you, or have you used it to advertise yourself in a way?
I haven't yet, but I think I just built a website. It's ericbicedrums.com.
I'm on it.
Um,
It's dope.
It's just kind of like a link tree, but a little fancier, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't yet. I just been inundated with everything what's going on in my life right now. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I'd like to do some more lives. I do have an electronic kit. I just kind of, I'd rather play this.
Mm-hmm.
We all would. The only reason you get an electronic kit is because of noise. I
Yep.
can't play a real kit here because of my son. So
Yeah.
I get it, man. I totally
Yeah.
get it. Are you soundproof though in your studio?
To a
Somewhat.
point, not great, but to a point. This is just a bedroom that I kind of converted. I'm looking for a bigger house that I can make a dedicated actual studio built right now.
Next to a construction site.
Yeah,
Or a cemetery,
yeah, that'd be great.
because those guys don't complain.
Yeah,
True. At least you hope not.
Well,
Yeah.
we got a bigger problem if you start getting those guys complaining.
yeah.
Oh, man. Eric, this has been an absolute treat, man. We really appreciate you,
Thank you.
sharing your time here on In the Pocket. We're huge fans of you, man. Everybody in
thank
the
you.
chat is just like, oh, man, Eric, finally, he's on the show. And it's been long overdue, my friend. And
Thank you.
congratulations on all the success. I mean, we continue to cheer for you and
Thank you.
want to see you just be as successful as the universe will allow you to be. And
Appreciate it.
we hope there's no end to that, my brother.
Thank you. I really appreciate everybody that's been in here.
Yeah, man.
It's a cool community. Do you guys
Yeah,
it really
I
is.
I really thank Jamie.
Ah, shucks. I think it's more the love of drums that's brought everyone onto this platform. I've just been kind of sitting here taking credit for it, but everyone's in here is just such a cool community. Everyone's all about just playing drums and networking. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Eric, I wouldn't be here without him. I was on live one night interviewing another new drummer. There was like 2 people watching, and he was one of them.
Nice.
And next thing I know, I get a message, hey, can I call you? And I'm like, I guess. Who's this dude? I don't know.
Very nice.
It's really something, man. And what you've done, Jamie, is extraordinary. There's no other word for it other than extraordinary. And I speak for all of us in the SAA family and for those that are our fans out there and followers. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah,
we
thank
wouldn't be
you.
here without you, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate
Everybody in the community has been so sweet and nice. Jamie,
Yeah,
you're a
it's very
great human
supportive.
being.
it. Aw, shucks, guys.
He really is. And he makes killer music. That freaking reindeer song, dude. I have that in my head all week, bro. It's such an earworm. And I love it, though, you know? I'd
It's
rather
great.
listen to that than Mariah Carey. I don't know. That's just me.
Me too.
100%.
Will you guys play us out, both you and Jamie? Can you do something to play us out?
I don't have any prepared music. But
No, I mean, what do you think, Jamie? Can you? There you
don't
go.
have to glow
Can play along with that. Eric?
I got to play along to that.
GPS will be all right.
Is there a delay, though?
Dasher says he can lead the sleigh.
Thank you,
So
everybody.
take a break,
Have a wonderful
enjoy
evening.
your day. Rudolph, you don't have to turn on that red light. Rudolph, you don't have to turn on that red light tonight. Oh, tonight, yeah. That shiny nose, yeah, it's pretty bright. But we've got headlights, we'll be fine tonight. Comet's got a flashlight strapped to his hoof, and Prancer's got a disco ball on the roof. Rudolph, you don't have to turn on that red light. Rudolph, you don't have to turn on that red light. All right. You worked so hard through every storm. Your nose kept us safe and warm. But Santa said, hey, let him rest. You're the MVP. You've passed the test. Rudolph, you don't have to turn on that red light. Rudolph, you don't have to turn on that red light tonight. Oh, tonight.
Oh, wonderful.
Awesome, Jamie.
Our sincere thank you to Mr. Eric Bice. Please go follow him. Eric, Merry Christmas.
You too,
Miss
guys.
Dorothea, have a wonderful holiday. Jamie, safe travels.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time with family. In the Pocket will be back in 2 weeks, guys, right after the new year. So we will see you in 2026. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy
We love you all.
holidays.
Cool.
Thank you, Dorothea. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Darren.
Nice meeting you.
You too.